Welcome back to my project Shakespeare. It's been a while. As we are now moving on to the second scene of the first act, finally our story is getting somewhere. First, we are going to see Capulet, the old Capulet, Juliet's father, talking to young Paris, one of Juliet's suitors, who is also going to be a more important character in our stories. The old Capulet is preparing for a ball or a feast, inviting everybody important in town. And as old Capulet sends out a messenger with a list of the guests, Romeo and Benvolio intercepts this guy, and while Romeo sees a particular name on that guest list, he decides to go. His participation in this event is going to kickstart a series of catastrophic consequences that will become the backbone of this tragedy of our Romeo and Juliet. So let's begin. But Montague is bound as well as I, in penalty alike, and 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace. A vulnerable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit? But saying what I said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride. Younger than she are happy mother's made, and too soon marred are those so early made. The earth has swallowed all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and she agree, within her scope of choice lies my consent and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you among the store. One more most welcome makes my number more. At my poor house look to behold this night, earth treading stars that make dark heaven light. Such comfort as do lusty young men feel when well-apparelled April on the heel of limping winter's treads. Even such delight among fresh female buds shall you this night inherit at my house. Hear all see, and like her most whose merit most shall be, which on more view of many, mine being one, may stand in number, though in reckoning none. Come, go with me. Go, Sarah, trudge about through fair Verona. Find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say my house and welcome on their pleasure stay. Find them out whose names are written here. It is written that a shoemaker should meddle with his yard, and a tailor with his last, the fisher with his pencil, and the painter with his nets. But I'm sent to find this person whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing persons have there writ. I must do the learned in good time. Man. One fire burns out another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn giddy and be helped by backward turning. One desperate grief cures with another's languish. Take thou some new infection to thy eye, and the rank poison of the old will die. Your plaintive leaf is excellent for that. For what, I prithee? For your broken chin. Why, Romeo? Art thou mad? Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented and... Godden, good fellow. Good Godden, I pray, sir, can you read? Aye, mine own fortune in my misery. Perhaps you have learned it without book, but I pray, can you read anything you see? Aye, if I know the letters and the language. Yes, say honestly. Rest you merry. Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, Count Iasam and his beauteous sisters, the lady with the love Betravio, Signor Partental and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine. mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline, Livia, Signor Valentio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio, and a lovely Helena. A fair assembly. Whither shall they come? Up, whither? To supper, to our house. Whose house? My master's. Indeed, I should have asked you that before. Now I'll tell you without asking, my master is a great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry. At this same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow. When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehood, turn tears to fires, and these, who often drown, could never die, transparent heretics, be burnt for liars. One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun, ne'er saw her match since first the world begun. You saw her fair, and none else being by, herself poised with herself in neither eye. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid. That I will show you shining at this feast, and she shall scan the show well that now shows best. I'll go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own. In the next scenes, which I hope will come up very soon, Juliet is going to make her first appearance. I hope we can enjoy the rest of the stories together. See you next time. Ciao.